Hi, my name is Basil Weber, I'm the project leader of Train Fever and I'm excited to give you an introduction to the gameplay of this title. Please note that this video shows a pre-alpha version of the game, so almost everything is going to change and will be improved in the future development. In this demo we are in the 1920s. The game world consists of a terrain with randomly generated towns. You can see people and cars moving around. The task of the player is to construct and manage transport infrastructure. One very important reason for traffic is that people move between their homes and their workplaces. In this video, I would like to show you a typical example of this type of traffic. I now start with a live recording of gameplay. Here you see a small town with a lot of residential land use in the center. At the outside there is industry, but it's not enough for all the inhabitants. It seems like quite a lot of people go to work in a neighbor town, and this is exactly what we can observe. We see here the inhabitants leaving the town. And this is also what the statistics indicate. There are more than 600 inhabitants, but only about 400 jobs. So let's check where they go to. Here's the answer: this town offers a lot of industry. For these reasons we now construct a railway line in order to connect the two towns. We start by building the railway stations. We can choose here the number of tracks. We choose 2 in this case, because we might need the second track in future. And then we build the second station here in the center of the other town. Next we build the tracks. First we open the railroad construction tool, and then the construction is very simple. By using drag and drop you can add new segments, and then by pushing the green checkmark button you can actually build a planned segment. Because I plan to construct a bridge in front, I set the elevation to upwards, then I drag a segment. Next I set the elevation to even and enable the bridge mode. Then I drag a segment as usual, and you see this way one can easily create a bridge. Now I go back to default elevation mode. That means that future tracks target the elevation of the terrain. Here we cross this small forest, and then we go on in the direction of the neighbor town to this railway station which we have already constructed. Note that there is a street in front. We handle that by building a railroad crossing here, and the same here. Finally we build the missing connections. This is very easy, and then the track is closed. Next I create a switch because I want to build a railway depot here. Of course it's possible to create switches anywhere. Then I construct the depot building. I select it, and here I can buy trains now. I buy a typical steam locomotive and 4 suitable rail cars. The final step before the train can start is to define a line, so that the train knows where to go. I do this now. I select the first station and then the second. The red line here now visualizes the result. Next I select the train and assign the line. The train immediately starts. We now follow this train. Note that it's possible to follow all objects in the game. Now the train targets the railway station of the first town. In order to speed up this video I now double the game speed. Note that the game offers 3 game speed options. These are real time, 2 times faster and 4 times faster. I now exit the follow mode, but I open a window to keep track of the train. Note that the user interface also allows to have multiple windows open. Here at the station there are already a few passengers waiting, and in a second they board the train. We have a train connection now, but the people still have to walk to the railway stations. We get the message here that the train has arrived, and in the train window we see that 18 passengers are on the train.